Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you happen to be watching this. Welcome back to another video on the channel. Just want to say, before we get into today's video, an absolutely massive thank you to everyone who's recently subscribed, everyone who continues to watch the videos, and everyone who continues to hit the like button, comment, subscribe, all that kind of jazz, because it really does mean a lot. It's given me the kind of boost that I need whilst I'm off with my ankle injury. It just confirms that people are still interested in the stuff that I'm doing, so thank you very much for that. Let's get the soppy stuff out of the way. We're back for another video, and I've decided to call this series Our Opinion. You guys are getting involved, I'm delivering what I think. It's quite a simple name really, Our Opinion, you know, me and you. I see you, I see you. How do I come up with these genius names? I don't know. But anyway, today's discussion of topic, I had a question going up on Twitter. It's all to do with Sky Sports Support the Ref campaign, because they introduced something this week where they did a massive survey of referees at grassroots level and asking them about the big issues that they have within football and what they personally feel about the progression that they can make and the kind of things that are holding them back and the kind of aspects about the job. So I asked you guys on Twitter about the actual standard of refereeing overall. So I said, what is your opinion / experience with referees? Are they getting better? Is respect there, or are they just difficult to deal with? Let me know what you guys think about the standard of refereeing at your level and at a professional level. So the four options that I gave are: refs are better than they ever have been, they haven't improved, standard is poor, and the worst it's ever been. And these were the results, as you can see from here. Not very conclusive, guys. Thanks. 31% said refs are better, and 31% also said the standard is poor. 19% of you said it hasn't improved, and 19% of you said that it's the worst it's ever been. So we have no conclusive result. Thank you very much. It really does mean a lot. The reason why I haven't released this video earlier on in the week is because no one commented. No one left me a comment about the Support the Ref campaign. No one that I asked on Twitter was interested. We got votes, but no one wanted to give their personal experience. And I asked a couple of people, and I'm not, no word of a lie, I asked a couple of people on Twitter, like directly, I actually directly messaged them, and they all said they're not prepared to give an opinion on referees because they don't want any sort of backlash from it, which I just found bizarre, but there we go. So let's talk about some of the findings that were from Sky's report. There was, the first main kind of thing, the headline that popped out was that 91% feel that a lack of respect for referees at the elite level is encouraging poor behaviour in the grassroots game. Fair enough. The answer is not surprising. Every time that there's a decision made that a referee does, you always see at least 5 or 6 players just hounding him. Ref, what are you doing? Ref, give that decision. Ref, what are you doing? And I see it all the time at lower league level, and because at lower league level you can literally hear every conversation that's going on, me and Adam, who I go to the games with, he's actually commented as well, saying how poor and disgusting some of the behaviour that is towards referees. It is beyond a joke. Every 2 seconds is at the ref, moaning about something that he's doing, shouting at him, criticising what they're doing. The linesmen get some poor decisions as well, and you know, we're all human, we all make mistakes. It's a game of football that, yes, I know it's very passionate and everyone gets really heated and involved with, but the way that the refs get treated in football is disgusting. You know, the old thing comes back. Everyone says that we should be like rugby. Once a ref gives a decision, that's it. No discussion. If you criticise him, if you have a go, you're off. And I saw an interview done the other day, and I think it was Craig Bellamy that actually came out and said that if you start giving players yellow and red cards for what they're talking about and the way that they talk to refs, that will quickly stop, because players will not want to miss games. If you start punishing them for the way that they act towards referees, things will quickly change. Another finding that came out was 76% feel that managers criticising referees is a big problem. 78% feel that parents criticising refs is a big problem. I mean, when I was growing up, the amount of parents that were standing on the side criticising what the ref was doing, and also criticising what the manager was doing as well. Parents do get far too involved within the game. They need to back off. And there was quite a few other findings from this as well. I'm going to put a link down to the actual survey that was done in the description below, so if you guys want to actually check that out. But the two main things that I really want to talk about are Sky's kind of working behind it and what their kind of thinking is, and then my own personal experiences of it. So from Sky's perspective, you bunch of hypocrites. Talking about respect for referees, right? You have a whole segment at the end of your game where your pundits go through every decision that a referee makes and criticises and critiques it, and oh, if you see it from this angle, it looks like a foul. The referee didn't have that angle, so what are you on about? We all, as human beings, if we see something happening in front of us, we make an instant reaction. You know, you can't plan how you as a person is going to react to that particular decision. Now, I know we all get frustrated from time to time for what a referee does, but from a referee's angle of where he's looking at, he has a split second to make a decision on what he feels is or isn't a decision. So for you to go around and look at 4 or 5 different angles that you have got because you are Sky and you control football does not mean that you as a pundit are right. We need to keep that element of opinion and, you know, human error in the game. That's why I'm so against VAR. I think he's absolute BS. I do not want to see VAR in my game, but unfortunately it's now coming to that point, which is why I'm going down into the lower leagues. I'm just far more interested in what's going on down the lower league. It's personal, and there's an actual connection with the players and the staff, the fans, the referees, all that kind of stuff like that. I actually had a conversation with a referee the other day, well, not the other day, but when I went to go watch football a couple of months back, I actually had a discussion with the referee at half time. Do you know what I mean? That's the kind of stuff that I'm interested in. But Sky are ruining that. They then have their people who do the interviews talking to the players. What do you think about the referee's decision today? Manager, what do you think about the referee's decision today? You're causing half the problem with the lack of respect for referees. You're dragging up the conversation again when the game should be about what has gone on. Yes, I know penalty decisions and free kicks and red cards and all that kind of stuff like that. They are important. Of course they're important. That's what we watch the game for. It should be about your players, your tactics. What do you feel? Not about the referee. And then they have the whole segment on Sky Sports about Ref Watch and going through every decision that a referee does and doesn't make. How is that respect? If somebody set up a show called Sky Sports News Watch and they had another person standing next to them and they went, well, let's have a look how Sky went through their news articles today. Let's have a look at it. Oh, that guy was not standing there properly, was he? No, he wasn't. He was in the wrong part of the studio. That link didn't work between those VTs, did it? Nah, didn't work. The headline across the bottom, someone's made a spelling mistake. Yeah, poor that. That joke didn't work. You're not funny, mate. You're not funny. If someone came along and did that, I guarantee Sky would be on it so quick. So quick. If you had somebody standing there and critiquing everything that you did during the day, you're going to work 9 till 5, and then someone the next day goes, let's bring up some CCTV and go through your job. Let's see how you got on today. Just jog on, Sky. Jog on. Sky are half the problem with respecting the ref. They are. And as much as they don't want to admit it, Sky are one of the biggest culprits for why respect for referees in football are at an all-time low. My personal experience of it, I've had bad experiences with referees, and it's because of particular referees because of their personalities. I think the big thing for me is that I understand that a ref is going to make a bad decision. I understand that I'm going to make a bad decision. I make a tackle that doesn't quite work, or something happens within the game that doesn't seem right. You have a little bit of a, oh God, how can you make that decision? But you walk away, and that's that. But I think the biggest problem that I have with referees is that they don't explain the decisions that they're making, and that is what is frustrating. There are some referees you cannot talk to, and there are some referees that are just so dismissive and just don't want to know about your opinion. It's like, if you just explain to me, you clip the back of his ankle, this is what you've done, this is why I'm making that decision. I think players would totally get that. They would 110% respect that. If a referee just explained what it is that they're doing, and they only need to explain to one person. And I think that the FA seriously need to clamp down on the individuals that are making the are hounding the referees, rather than saying, Manchester City, you're getting a 15 grand fine this week because you were unable to control your players. Turn around to that individual player and say, do you know what, Fernandinho, you were hounding the referee last game. You were in his face all the time. For that, you're getting a 1-game ban. Problem solved. Problem solved. You won't get it happen in the game. All you have to do is have the one person who was involved in a decision and the captain if things really have to get that bad. Have those two talking to the referee. Ref explain his decision. Done. Conversation over. Just like they do in rugby. It's not difficult. It's not rocket science. But for me, it's the referees that I've personally had that make it very, very hard to enjoy the game of football because they are so dismissive. It's their attitude. It's their attitude that is the biggest problem. But what do you think about it all? What do you think about the Respect the Referee campaign? What do you think about Sky's involvement of it? What is your personal experience of referees? Let me know down in the comment section below. Be really interested to hear what your overall experience of it is. Where do referees need to go from here? What do the FA need to do in order to get more respect for referees? Let me know down in the comment section. Hit the like button. As said, vital comment on every question I've asked you in here and your opinion about the Respect the Ref campaign. And until we see each other next time, as always on the channel, you guys have been awesome. I'm DJam. Adios. That's not my outro. What am I doing? Oh.